From New Line Cinema comes the highly anticipated next chapter in one of the most iconic video game adaptations of all time, Mortal Kombat 2. The film rises from the brutal legacy of its predecessor and pushes the action, the characters, and the stakes to new cinematic heights. This sequel is not just a continuation of a story, it's a full-force evolution of the franchise, bringing together beloved warriors, long-awaited fan-favorite characters, and an apocalyptic clash against one of the most feared villains in the Mortal Kombat universe, Shao Kahn. With Earthrealm on the brink of destruction, alliances are tested, legends are forged, and the brutality of Mortal Kombat reaches a level fans have been demanding for decades. The story picks up in the aftermath of the 2021 film, with Earthrealm reeling from the looming threat of Outworld's Dark Emperor. The fragile balance between realms is shattered, and what was once a simple battle for survival has transformed into a war for existence. Enter Johnny Cage, charismatic, cocky, and charismatic to a fault. Played by Karl Urban, the introduction of Johnny Cage marks one of the biggest and most requested additions to the live-action Mortal Kombat universe. His arrival injects humor, swagger, and a completely different kind of energy into the narrative, while still honoring the gritty tone and high-stakes world the franchise is known for. His journey from Hollywood star to hardened warrior becomes one of the emotional, and entertaining, backbones of the film. The returning cast brings depth and continuity to the story. Adeline Rudolph, Jessica Magnamy, Josh Lawson, Ludi Lin, Mehcad Brooks, Tati Gabrielle, Louis Tan, Damon Harriman, Chin Han, Tadanobu Asano, Joe Taslim, and Hiroyuki Sanada each reprise their roles with an intensity that reinforces the weight of this new chapter. Hiroyuki Sanada's dual performance as Hanzo Hasashi and Scorpion once again stands as one of the driving dramatic forces in the franchise. His presence on screen signals vengeance, honor, and the spiritual conflict at the heart of Mortal Kombat. Joe Taslim returns as Bai Han, whose evolution continues to unfold with the kind of complex, layered performance that fans have praised since the first installment. Director Simon McQuoid, who stunned audiences with his explosive take on Mortal Kombat in 2021, returns with even more confidence, scope, and ambition. His approach to action is sharper, more visceral, and more faithful to the feel of the games, unflinching, stylish, and relentless. Working from a screenplay by Jeremy Slater, McQuoid expands the Mortal Kombat mythology with a cinematic experience that blends martial arts spectacle, brutal fantasy violence, emotionally grounded character arcs, and the high-level visual craft that has defined the franchise since its debut. Slater's script ensures every character has purpose, every fight has consequence, and every moment builds toward the colossal confrontation with Shao Kahn. The film's production team is a powerhouse lineup, with Todd Garner, James Wan, Toby Emmerich, E. Bennett Walsh, and McQuoid producing, and Michael Clear, Judson Scott, Jeremy Slater, and Lawrence Kasanoff serving as executive producers. Their combined experience brings authenticity, ambition, and reverence for the source material. James Wan's influence, in particular, is felt through the film's darker tone and layered world building. This team ensures that the essence of the video game, created by Ed Boon and John Tobias, is fully honored while still pushing the story into fresh, cinematic territory. What sets Mortal Kombat 2 apart from many video game adaptations is its clear respect for the fans who have followed the franchise since its arcade days. The film doesn't shy away from what people love about Mortal Kombat: graphic combat, intense fatalities, supernatural rivalries, and lore that spans generations. But beyond the gore and spectacle, the movie deepens the emotional stakes. The warriors of Earthrealm are not just fighters, they are people carrying the burden of protecting their world from annihilation. Their losses, fears, and loyalties shape the narrative in a way that adds weight to every confrontation with Outworld's forces. Shao Kahn looms over the entire story as the embodiment of unstoppable power. His presence marks a huge escalation from the first film's villainous roster. In the lore, Shao Kahn is a tyrant who conquers realms with raw strength, dark sorcery, and iron-fisted leadership. In this film, he becomes the ultimate test for Earthrealm's defenders. Every hero, whether it's Sonya Blade, Liu Kang, Jax, Raiden, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, or the newly introduced Johnny Cage, has a personal stake in bringing him down. Their motivations may differ, but the mission is unified: stop Shao Kahn before he destroys everything. The emotional tension within the group becomes another defining aspect of the sequel. Johnny Cage's bold personality naturally clashes with the disciplined warriors who have been fighting this war long before he arrived. Yet his undeniable skill and unexpected heart earn him more than just a place on the roster, they earn him respect, both from the characters and from the audience. Karl Urban brings that perfect mix of ego, charm, and vulnerability that fans of the games have always associated with Johnny Cage. Meanwhile, the dynamic between Scorpion and Sub-Zero continues to evolve. Mortal Kombat's most famous rivalry is given a dramatic and supernatural dimension that goes beyond simple revenge. The film explores their shared past, their transformed destinies, and the blurred line between enemy and ally. Hiroyuki Sanada and Joe Taslim anchor these roles with gravity, intensity, and emotional nuance, elevating the film's dramatic core. Raiden, played by Tadanobu Asano, once again serves as the guiding force of Earthrealm. His wisdom, restraint, and deep understanding of the cosmic stakes help center the film's supernatural elements. As Earthrealm's protector, his leadership becomes more critical than ever, especially as the warriors face a threat they have never encountered at this scale. Visually, the film aims for a heightened realism blended with fantastical elements. Every realm, every battlefield, and every character is crafted with meticulous detail. The cinematography utilizes sweeping landscape shots, immersive fight choreography, and stylized lighting to enhance the intensity of each confrontation. Whether it's the fiery depths of Outworld, the serene temples of Earthrealm, or the chaotic terrain of Battlegrounds, the world feels alive and dangerous. Fans can expect jaw-dropping hand-to-hand combat, brutal finishing moves, and set pieces that push the boundaries of what live-action Mortal Kombat can achieve. The action choreography deserves special attention. The fights are cleaner, more inventive, and more character-driven than the first film. Each battle reflects the personality and fighting style of the combatants. Liu Kang's elegant martial arts, Jax's raw strength, Sonya's tactical precision, Scorpion's supernatural intensity, and Johnny Cage's signature Hollywood-influenced flair all come to life in a way that feels authentic and exhilarating. Fatalities, one of the franchise's most iconic elements, are used with dramatic purpose rather than simple shock value. Every one of them lands with narrative weight. The power of Mortal Kombat as a franchise lies in its ability to evolve while maintaining its identity. With this sequel, that evolution feels more confident than ever. The movie embraces the darker, more mythological aspects of the lore while injecting humor and humanity through characters like Johnny Cage. It respects longtime fans while remaining accessible to new audiences. It balances epic world-building with intimate character moments, ensuring that viewers care about the fighters just as much as they enjoy the brutal action. As the film builds toward its explosive climax, the tension reaches its peak. With the fate of Earthrealm at stake, every hero must make impossible choices. The battles grow more intense, the alliance is more fragile, and the sense of urgency becomes overwhelming. The showdown with Shao Kahn delivers the kind of cinematic spectacle audiences have been waiting for, massive, emotional, and unforgettable. Mortal Kombat 2 is not just a sequel. It is a bold, ambitious expansion of a legendary franchise that has entertained fans for over 3 decades. With powerful performances, stunning visuals, emotionally driven drama, and action that honors its video game roots, this film stands as one of the most exciting and brutal cinematic experiences of the year. It proves once again that Mortal Kombat is more than a game, it is a saga of warriors, destiny, realms, and the eternal fight to protect what matters most. For fans of the franchise, this is the Mortal Kombat adaptation they've been waiting for. For newcomers, it is a thrilling gateway into a universe rich with story, mythology, and unforgettable characters. In every punch, every kick, every fatality, the film captures the heart of Mortal Kombat, the spirit of fighters who refuse to give up, no matter the odds. And as the realms clash in spectacular fashion, one thing becomes clear: this is only the beginning of a new era for Mortal Kombat on the big screen.